Good afternoon. It's been 4 days since a pensioner was critically injured when he was hit by a car in Dorset, and detectives are still trying to trace his family. 82-year-old Alan Thomas from Middlesex was taken to Southampton Hospital after the collision outside Monkey World in Wareham on Friday. Police say they believe he has a sister, but they don't know where she lives. 4 teenagers have been arrested after a 12-year-old girl was attacked and racially abused near a playground in Portsmouth. She was punched and had racial abuse shouted at her at Landport Adventure Playground on Friday afternoon. The 2 16-year-old boys, a 16-year-old girl and a 14-year-old boy have been released on bail. The leader of Portsmouth City Council's Labour group has resigned following Jeremy Corbyn's re-election at the weekend. John Ferret had been a member of the party for 27 years and says he made the decision with a heavy heart. But he thinks under Corbyn's leadership it would be almost impossible to win places like Portsmouth.
Jeremy Corbyn has won a very large mandate to be leader, and I accept that. But there's no way that I can go out and advocate for Jeremy Corbyn to be Prime Minister of this country. So I've come to the conclusion that I need to leave the Labour Party. I would like to see a new party set up.
Some homes and businesses affected by the flash floods earlier this month are still struggling with the aftermath. 2 weeks of rainfall fell in just a few hours. Newbury was one of the worst affected areas. Many residents say the local authorities should have been more prepared. The council say they inspected and cleaned the drains 3 weeks before the floods.
Sadly, we've had to pay and bought a flood barrier for our office, which cost over £3,000. Plus I put flood defences in the back of the office. But the sad thing was, we had all that. Because it rained so heavily, it actually came through the walls. We're a Grade 2 listed building, 16th century it was built, and the walls just can't handle it.
Problems with the hospital transport service for Sussex will be discussed at a meeting this week. A number of concerns have been raised about Copa Forma, which took over from South East Coast Ambulance Service. The company has apologised, saying the delays are unacceptable, but it's down to factors outside their control. And talking of factors outside our control, let's take a look at the weather now with Simon Parkin.
From puddles to paddling, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Well, it's a bit of an east-west split this afternoon. Towards the east, that's where we're seeing the best of the brightness. Towards the west, a bit more cloud and the chance of an odd bit of patchy rain as well. But most of us staying dry with temperatures, well, about right for the time of year. Now, as we head into tonight, the cloud will continue to thicken up from the west. Dry for the first half of the night. Second half is when, again, we're going to see some patchy light rain developing. But all the while, not a cold night, 12 or 13 the overnight low. Breeze increasing, though, so a cloudy and damp and breezy start to tomorrow. But it's an improving story in that we'll turn drier with a bit of brightness later during the day.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
That's the way we look this lunchtime. Stacey and I will be here at 6 with the ITV News in the Meridian region. But for now, from the lunchtime team, have a very pleasant afternoon. From all of us here, bye-bye.